Before going public, fans are racing to find out if Chrisean made this arrangement or if CPS secretly stepped in. If Baby Jr. had been removed secretly, this story wouldn't have been as terrible. It is preparing for a full-scale judicial case, but Chrisean says absolutely nothing. No affirmations, no denials, no legal statements. As she concluded the event, Jaguar issued a grim warning in her narrative. Black screen with white text. "I'm not done. Its countdown began when I made the video available tomorrow." When Jaguar launches, meanwhile, Kiana's voice notes started making the rounds on the internet. And instead of just reacting, they rebelled. In just a few hours, Barr's Save Baby Jr. became the most popular song on Twitter. But this was more than simply a drama that went viral on Instagram and TikTok. Something moved. TikTok coders stitched together clips of Baby Jr. crying during turbulent live streaming from Chrisean and Jaguar's wild outbursts. Indignant fury and empathy flooded in. This isn't judgment, it's concern. Mothers all throughout the world shared duets with the message that a baby deserves peace, not turmoil. The voices of fathers were added. Let Blueface be himself if he's trying to protect his son, despite his imperfections. The conversation had shifted. There was no longer any consideration of who was the better parent. It worried about who was even trying. Baby Jr. silent. Cries are now coming to life thanks to Jaguar's courageous voice. And if CPS does nothing, the public will become outraged. The celebrity circle is awash with worry, and no one is holding back. Cardi B, who reposted Jaguar's tearful live clip, strongly advised that the child be watched. Megan Thee Stallion called the Summer Walker stood up, saying that there were too many signs that the baby needed to be secure in a tragic and urgent situation. Furthermore, Ray J stated passionately, "This isn't entertainment, but a real child who doesn't deserve to grow up in a public circus." These voices, when heard collectively, bolster the growing demand for immediate protection and accountability, transforming rumors into a powerful cry for justice. The need for change increased as a petition, urging the petition calling for a speedy custody transfer for Baby Jr. reached nearly 100,000 signatures in just 2 days. Forgiveness and celebrity have nothing to do with this movement. It was a last-ditch attempt to keep the child safe and break a destructive cycle before it got out of control. People were no longer passive observers and were calling for concrete, quick action. The fury grew even more intense when prominent media sites, including CNN, NBC, TMZ, and BuzzFeed, began to report on the incident. Chrisean Rock is the subject of a CPS investigation after Jaguar Wright was the headline that the Shade Room once bravely and hesitantly ran, amid a contentious custody dispute. What started online has now exploded into a national conversation demanding Baby Jr.'s safety and accountability, which Hollywood has dubbed the most disturbing celebrity baby controversy of the decade. "We've laughed at the chaos long enough," Charlemagne said during 2 consecutive segments of The Breakfast Club. While the globe was reacting, news outlets began to question why there were so many complaints about CPS. It's just sad that the baby needs peace, not performance. According to former CPS insiders, there is a sensitive celebrity protocol, an unwritten rule that slows down investigations in high-profile cases to prevent negative publicity, protecting the famous even when the safety of children is at risk. As public outcry grew, LA County's Department of Child and Family Services released a tour statement, acknowledging an ongoing investigation but citing privacy restrictions that restricted details, only serving to increase mistrust and ire. Once vocal, Chrisean supporters silenced themselves while an uncut, uncensored film called The Truth About Baby Jr. will be released at 6 p.m. The lack of response, lawyers, or statements from her camp only fueled concerns. Then a grainy video surfaced, showing a woman who looks to be a relative holding Baby Jr. outside a courthouse with the caption, "Simply safe for now." Questions flooded the internet, and Chrisean Jaguar Wright broke the silence once more with a terrifying countdown, asking why CPS had removed the child without warning. The brief video, which showed a depressing scene inside a house months earlier, showed Chrisean pacing on the phone while baby Junior sobbed on the floor before finally sliding forward and hitting his head. Anger and sadness erupted on social media, and even devoted fans stopped defending themselves. Mothers publicly grieved, promoting concern rather than condemnation, while news channels shifted from speculating to offering potential solutions. It was met with annoyance instead of panic. There is a lot more. Reports state that when CPS requested a forensic review of the files, the situation escalated significantly. Jaguar wasn't finished yet, and she promptly sent a redacted copy of the official CPS intake form with a strong warning and a note stating that it was temporarily removed due to safety concerns. Then came the shocking discovery that, even worse, material was hidden in vaults as suggested by a deleted reality producer's comment. Video that could turn this custody dispute into a criminal prosecution. One pressing question dominated the internet. If that's hidden, what else is? The public is now asked to comment. If this story shocked or infuriated you, please leave a comment and subscribe. Is Jaguar a brave whistleblower, or did she go over the line by leaking the intake form? There will be more in the future. Future revelations suggest that court documents and a mysterious witness may be rewritten in fresh text releases. It feels gloomy to be exposed. The unknown might have disastrous consequences. This story is far from over, but it represents one of the darkest turns in celebrity headlines, with headlines that shout, "Chrisean Rock is accused of hiding injuries," and Jaguar Wright reveals shocking baby Junior hospital records. The blogs quickly take over the topic. It's a story of responsible parenting and a helpless child caught in the harsh spotlight of social media and celebrity. Baby Junior's fate could be decided in the next 48 hours. Keep an eye out, speak up, and be ready for the next phase, which could blow the internet away. Remember that the truth always comes out? However, the consequences didn't stop there. During that same live session, Jaguar revealed what she claimed to be a voicemail from a family insider, adding yet another level of drama to the unfolding story. The voice in the message sounded like that of an older woman, who might have been related to Chrisean's family. "I pleaded with her to slow down and stop talking about the baby in front of all those people," she added. "He continues getting bruises, and it's not safe." Fans quickly pieced together the conversation and learned that CPS had been contacted. The topic of conversation suddenly shifted to the story, changed from celebrity rumors to a genuine call for accountability when it was discovered that other adults in baby Junior's immediate neighborhood had witnessed harm but remained silent. And while Chrisean remained silent, her loved ones did. According to a verified blog, a post claiming to be from a Blueface friend claimed that he was in jail, watching everything unfold. And he was furious, claiming that he had warned everyone about upcoming difficulties months earlier. Second, source claims that Blueface even tried to hire lawyers weeks earlier after seeing bruises during a supervised visit. But their concerns were ignored. The article reverted to its original direction. Was Blueface always attempting to protect baby Junior? And if so, why was no one paying attention? Her stylist's initial on-camera comment during a live Q&A was, "Yo, I love Chrisean, but real talk, she needs to chill. I get afraid of that sometimes." That was the question that immediately came to mind. "Baby," the stylist said. The clip went viral on the internet. The internet never forgets blog captions, analyzes, and reposts. The stylist is concerned about baby Junior. Would insiders turn against Chrisean because of Jaguar's exposure? Just when it seemed like there was no more depth to the situation, baby Junior's godmother posted a mysterious black screen on her story with just 2 lines. "I warned her." No tags, no explanation, which sparked a flurry of speculation. Fans flooded her with messages, blogs were buzzing, and as the situation worsened within hours of Jaguar Wright's second live performance, authorities stepped in, and it was reported that a case had been formally opened by Child Protective Services CPS regarding baby Junior's death. In the meantime, there were no new leaks or deaths, but the world was waiting. With a terrifying vow, she concluded her final live performance. If Chrisean doesn't speak, the videos will be dropped next. If Jaguar is telling the truth, what tapes show who else is involved and what else has been concealed? It's possible that this is just the beginning. The harsh reality set in. What began as a turbulent online dispute has turned into an actual inquiry. Chrisean Rock slipped out of the spotlight. Nothing but silence, no posts, no lives, no statements. However, the myth was maintained by insiders, working behind the scenes. Earlier that week, a verified local reporter in Los Angeles confirmed a CPS visit because of growing online complaints, and a flagged hospital report linked to baby Junior supporters first questioned whether it was just rumors. Documents from a few months ago requesting an urgent custody evaluation. CPS ignored them when he wasn't bluffing, but they're suddenly paying attention. Startling information was disclosed by another purported insider from the production crew. The producers told us that we should not videotape the baby crying, that the optics were bad. We couldn't ask questions. Then came the second big curveball, this time from Kiana, a previous close friend in Chrisean's social circle, instead of Jaguar, which made everything appear odd. During her live TikTok stream, she posted screenshots and audio notes. I don't have time to watch him all the time. Yes, darling, he will be okay, Chrisean reportedly said in one voice tape, according to quotes. I didn't even see what he hit his head on. I just know he cried, and I told Em it was nothing, she added in another. The world watched in horror as the story's layers were unveiled, and some individuals called for justice. The narrative was far from over. As the conversation started, the replies were replete with astonishment, grief, and disbelief. People were taken aback by what they heard. Chrisean admit that she didn't see what baby Junior's head had hit, which many perceived as obvious negligence. Inquiries rushed in. Is baby Junior safe at the moment? He's where? Kiana went one step further and posted a photo of baby Junior that she said was taken earlier this year, showing a small injury on his cheek. She responded, he's fine, dismissing her suggestion that Chrisean take him to the doctor with a giggle. He's just rough. Then, according to Kiana, the most alarming revelation was that Chrisean had disregarded the private calls from CPAs for over a month. I'm not picking up some random number. Chrisean apparently disregarded multiple voicemails telling them to come to the door if the situation was that critical. Even though official records are still being kept secret, it seems that they have numerous sources, including a certified CPS whistleblower, who have stated that a current case is continuing and becoming worse. Jaguar went live once more after being informed of the most recent disclosures. This time, instead of being angry, she sat in silence for nearly a minute before admitting that I wished I was wrong. I swear I wanted to be wrong, but you can all see it now because I sensed and knew it. As she concluded her live feed, she issued a scary warning. If she remains silent, I'll take down the video. And she is now really considering doing precisely that for the sake of the unborn child. Jaguar is not alone in this fight. An increasing number of people on the internet are demanding that Chrisean give up custody. Live feeds, tweets, and petitions all reflect the same urgent call. Preserve baby Junior behind the scenes. Blueface's legal team is reportedly preparing to file immediate custody as soon as he leaves prison. An insider's tip regarding an event could happen sooner rather than later. Now that CPS is involved, Blueface's lawyers are even trying to expedite the hearing, according to a leaked text from a court clerk. The plot, however, changes course. A CPS leak claims that Baby Jr. was on a house visit with a relative named Charleston White, who has long been a vocal opponent of Lil Durk instead of Christian. White celebrated the rapper's apprehension as a major win for the community. He clarified, "Durk's influence as a dark force and demonic energy may ultimately lead to the demise of drill music, culture, and its exaltation of violence. He saw it as a win for law-abiding hip-hop listeners who appreciate the music but object to the violence that sometimes accompanies it." Meanwhile, Durk was about to be released when personal trouble broke out. A scandal erupted after one of his wives, India Royale, allegedly shared a video of herself at a party with her hand on another man's leg. Companion screenshots quickly spread online, fueling speculation and speculations. India later shot back, dismissing the conversation with a biting comment about adult men and the state of online rumors. Reflecting on a time when men were more focused on real issues and hard work than on online drama, notable people like 6x99 and DJ Academics responded to the incident by sharing their thoughts on the escalating controversy, which raised public awareness of the issue.